Welcome back, YouTube. This is Garrett from Garrett's Tech Lab, back with another video. And today, as promised, this is the extra battery that goes with the EcoFlow Delta Pro system. We're going to talk about it on the other side of the intro. Again, we're back. I have received the EcoFlow extra battery. I've been playing around with the EcoFlow Pro. It seems to be a very stable unit I've got upstairs. So far it's been really good. And again, I think I brought up the con before. The big con that I see is just the freaking weight, man. I mean, it is a tank. Oh, and one of these sides, I got my helper over here, and he's gonna help me out as he can by grabbing any little bit of trash I put on the floor and dragging it off somewhere. Without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox the Delta Pro extra battery. See how that looks. Find out, we have the top piece of foam, this single unit. And it could just be me, but this unit seems a smidge lighter. Let's get this box out of the way. This unit feels a smidge lighter than the actual Pro did. Let's see if we can get this a little closer to you guys. Right here. Oh, excuse me. All right. So here it is right here. This one also has the handle. I don't think I showed you guys this on the Pro, but it does come with the handle so that you can easily wheel it around. And you need everything you, let me rephrase that. I need every little bit of extra help that I can get with this unit. Now, all right. Had to go lose that sweatshirt. I don't know what it is about YouTube and making videos, but man, as soon as I get in front of this camera, I get instantly hot. Anyway, back to this unit here. I really wish EcoFlow would have gave us a couple ports on here, man. I mean, in the event of an outage, to be able to put one of these on each floor and serve that floor versus having to run a massive extension cords all over the house, I just think it would have been better served, and we as the consumer would have gotten more value out of that. So as it stands, the extra battery can do nothing on its own. It can be charged, I believe, via the generator by itself, but it cannot do really anything without the Pro. And personally, I just think that this was a missed opportunity. I mean, even if they only gave you 1 or 2 plugs on here that you'd be able to utilize so that you just get a little extra functionality, and having 2 of these that you can run in tandem versus parallel, I think would have been just something extra for the consumer to have. But hey, it is what it is, right? So let's turn this on. All right. It has a 30% charge on it. I don't know if you guys can read that. It does have a 30% charge, and that's about it. There really isn't. One other thing, these units are meant to stand vertically up and down. That's one of the reasons I think that they have these handle covers on here, so that when that handle is actually resting on the ground, it doesn't really mar up your handles. Here is the trolley system. Let's take a look at the back. All right, the back has nothing more than the charge port, and this port here connects to the EcoFlow. I don't know if you can see this port, but I don't know why he's over here on the floor like about champ move. All right. Now, the other thing that this unit has is storage compartment. And inside this storage compartment, we have the connection cable. And man, when I tell you that this cable is really thick, I'm gonna bring it in just a little closer. This is a big cable, okay? And this is the cable that we'll use to connect to either the generator, or you can connect it to a Delta Pro. Also in here is the registration, warranty, and I don't know what kind of user manual you have, but there really isn't much to tell you. One of the things that I think is cool about the storage compartment is it gives you a space, one, for this big cable, but I'm also thinking that you could probably get, if you wanted to carry the standard power cable for the Pro, the Delta Pro unit, I think you could get that in here as well. Or if you wanted to carry, let's say, the solar panel cables or something like that, you could probably get almost all of those cables out of the other pouch that we saw inside of here. So there's not really much to this. So this pretty much concludes the unboxing of the EcoFlow Pro extra battery. I think I told you guys earlier, next weekend I will get the camper out. I'll have these fully charged, and we'll be able to actually see how much time I can get, how much runtime I can get just off of these batteries. So we'll definitely be going to a campground with power, just in case this thing only runs for 2 or 3 hours. You know, we need to know that, but I don't want to be stuck, because I really don't have a way to remotely charge these just yet. I think I told you guys earlier that I have a generator coming next month, the smart generator, and that's gonna be the way that I keep these things charged. Now, some people would say, hey man, why don't you just run off the generator? And it's strictly because of noise and fuel costs. So if I can run the camper for 3 to 6 hours off of these batteries and then use the generator for an hour to recharge the batteries, I think that's going to be an excellent way to go. Now, it's probably going to be longer than an hour, because I do believe that generator is 1800 watts. So that is like 4 hours of runtime with the generator. So we're really going to have to test the generator out, see how long it takes the generator to charge one, and then we should be able to extrapolate how long it takes to charge two. We'll be doing that test next week, so stay tuned. And as always, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you are notified when we get ready to do the camper test and some long power test, because I know you don't want to miss that. This is Garrett from Garrett's Tech Lab. Peace.